Good afternoon, everyone. Here comes our final half day of ARVR Asia 2023. My name is Shan Liu, the Executive Director of ARVR Asia. Thank you for joining us in our Enterprise and Industrial Content track. Our first session today for this afternoon is entitled Lenovo ThinkReality and Qualcomm Snapdragon, Empowering Enterprise Metaverse and XR Ecosystem. We're honored to have two distinguished speakers, Martand and Kai-Ping. Without further ado, please join me in giving a warm welcome to them.
Hello, and good afternoon. And thanks for making the time. Very excited to be here in the first edition of AW in Singapore. And today, I'm going to talk about what we are doing at Lenovo when it comes to AR, VR, mixed reality technologies, and the enterprise metaverse. So once upon a time, the world was confined to the traditional walls, of traditional offices, where employees would commute every day, spending times, like hours in cubicles and conference rooms. But as time marched on, a remarkable transformation started to unfold. The future of work emerged, breaking free from the shackles of convention. Technology became the catalyst, empowering individuals to redefine the boundaries of their professional lives. Remote work, flexible schedules, and digital collaboration became new norms. The once rigid structures of the workplace gave way to a dynamic landscape where creativity, innovation, and productivity flourished. And I think I can very confidently say that today, with almost 82% of employees working remotely, we stand at a precipice of a new era where possibilities are only limited by our imagination. And it goes back to every major technology or compute revolution in the last 40 years. All of them were pivoted around some major change in the way we work, be it the industrial revolution, be it the digital revolution, and every new technology, every new compute platform gave us more productivity, more efficiency to deal with the new growing challenges, the new way to work, and to develop new economies. So I think this data is kind of self-evident. It makes it quite evident that the world, the way we work is changing. And if we look at how XR or how AR, VR is kind of enabling this new era of work, just look at this data. And this is kind of a recent data. And this talks about VR adoption in the large enterprise. And if you look at the top two pillars itself, right, the amount of organizations that already have VR as part of their strategy, and the ones they are integrating at the moment into the strategy is a good 51%, right? So almost half of the large enterprises in the world have already adopted VR to some extent. And if we look at the bottom two or three, like 70% are planning and 13% are researching, that's another good 20%. So we can very safely say that about 70% of large enterprises, by the end of this era, would be implementing VR in workplace. And this is the reason that enterprise virtual reality is something which is growing at an exponential rate. And Lenovo has the ideal way to experience this new change, where almost 54%, even the mid-markets, if you look at the growth rates there, like 88% of the mid-market companies are testing AR and VR, not only large enterprises. So this is the reason why at Lenovo, this year, we launched our ThinkReality VRX, our latest and greatest headset, which is not only a VR device, but it also does mixed reality with a full color pass-through. It is quite a versatile device where It can run as a 3DOF or a 6DOF all-in-one device, but you can also tether it for higher grade experiences. So I'm kind of very, very happy to announce today that ThinkReality VRX is also available now in all major Asia markets. And from 1st of August, we are shipping it across all major Asia markets as well.
Introducing the Lenovo ThinkReality VRX, your gateway to the enterprise metaverse. Whatever your business, the Lenovo ThinkReality VRX was built with you in mind. Privacy, security, support, those are our priorities too. All backed by Lenovo, a true enterprise partner ready to support your needs and scale your solution into the metaverse.
Right. So as you can see, that this headset specifically designed for enterprise. And I mean, we as Lenovo, we have got a long history in kind of launching products in this space. We had a first product back in 2016. But back in the day, we were doing consumer products. And it was about 2018, early 2019, where we shifted gears and we said that, OK, enterprise is where we see the first wave of adoption of these technologies, and we changed gears. And now whatever we do is enterprise only. And I think about a couple of years back, we saw a huge gap when it came to enterprise-grade AR and VR headsets, right? And some of the biggest concerns for these enterprise, I think the number one was security, right? That how do these devices adhere to the enterprise-grade security at a firmware level, at an MDM level, at an application layer, at a cloud layer, and compared to any other compute device that they use. And this is exactly what we have achieved with VRX, giving it an enterprise-grade security. Also, a lot of safety aspects built in the device. So all the surface that you see on the device are fully wipeable. It's kind of a rugged device. And then it has got a lot of features where you can use it for a long duration. There's an anti-fogging fan, which is in the eye and which makes your eyes quite comfortable to wear it for long hours. The battery life can last at least about 4 hours. So all of these things we have kept into mind and kind of now designed a truly enterprise VR headset. And not to mention the full color pass-through. Now, what are some of the key use cases, right? And I think this is very important as we gather here in this gathering. And I'm sure most of you, like me, have spent quite some time in this industry, at least 4 or 5 years. And the biggest challenge that we see is scalability, right? That how do we ensure that these solutions scale at a global level, across corporations, across verticals? And this is where I think the moment is, right? And what we truly believe at Lenovo, that this year is for VR learnings and collaboration. So I started with the charts where you saw that how even large companies and even how mid-market companies are adopting these technologies. But where are they adopting it? And these are the exact areas. So we see a lot of uplift on the hard skill training part, right? Be it manufacturing, medical, automotive. And the reason is quite simple, right? It's 4x faster than any kind of classroom training or any kind of digital training. Let's look at soft skill trainings, right? That employees are at least 250 times more confident when they learn in VR any kind of soft skills, right? Onboarding, company culture, leadership trainings. And lastly, remote collaboration, right? Where we are seeing some uptick in AR and VR collaboration as well. Some of the traditional use cases like one-on-one collaboration like remote assist has pretty much become mainstream. But even VR collaboration is kind of getting very popular. And so that was a lot about on the VR side of things, but I think we are the only company in the world that does both AR and VR, right? And this is ThinkReality A3, and probably one of the greatest AR headsets out there. A very few people know, but we also got Time Magazine's one of the best inventions of 2021 award for this headset. And for the simple reason that this is sort of a sunglass-based form factor, only 130 grams, but this is a fully AR-capable device. It's got 6 degrees of freedom. You can do hand tracking, object recognition, image recognition, spatial meshing, you name it, right? So to achieve those kind of complexities and features in this kind of a form factor is breakthrough. So where are we implementing? And again, this is, I think, I want to keep a sharp focus on practicality of these solutions, right? Where are people buying this, and what are the active markets for these solutions? So one of the things that it does is what we call virtual monitors, right? Where you can quickly connect it to any compute device, and you can have virtual screens right in front of you. You can have up to 6 virtual screens, and that is magic, right, for a lot of use cases in the enterprise, especially during the COVID time when the traders were working from home, right? How do they get those multiple screens? So the solution was pretty simple. Just get an A3 device, plug it in, and you have your 6 screens right in front of you. Very effective for executives, right, who are kind of constantly traveling and they still need that productivity. And then this is the second most important area where we are implementing a lot of global deployments, and that is the industrial edition. And here we have a very, very sharp focus on 2 use cases, which are kind of becoming mainstream in almost every manufacturing setup, right? And different kind of manufacturing setups. And even now, a lot of healthcare, retail, a lot of verticals are opening up. So what are the 2 main use cases here? Very simple, a remote assist. You can call anybody from the device, and the expert joining the call becomes the hands of the operator, and you can fix any problem very, very quickly. And the second one is AR-enabled workflows, where you can automate possibly any kind of standard operating procedure, right? And for certain implementations, what we did, we even automated where there were traditional standard operating procedures in digital format, and we automatically converted them into AR SOPs, and that was magic for these organizations, right? And this is, again, where we see a huge market, and this is where we are scaling up. So this slide kind of puts everything in perspective, and this also points out to the biggest problem we see in the enterprise for our large customers, even mid-market customers, in adopting these technologies. They like the applications, they like the art of possibility, but they don't know how to go about it, right? And even if they go about it, it's a highly fragmented solution, right? Where they're buying an application, from somebody, they're having some sort of a hardware platform to run it, then they have got certain services to kind of implement it within their organization, and then they might have another services partner to do the content, right? And it's non-scalable. If you have got 3 or 4 vendors working on a solution, the moment you try to implement it in another country, in another region, it doesn't work. And this is what we try to solve with ThinkReality, where we want to give our customers a single-stop shop to get to everything, right? Starting from the hardware layer, where we have the best hardware. Then we partner with a lot of leading ISV partners, and if there are partners here, ISV developers here, and you're working on a breakthrough solution, please reach out to us, right? We're constantly looking for new ways to solve existing challenges. If you look at the verticals where we are kind of focusing on, it's manufacturing, it's auto, it's AEC real estate, healthcare, and education, right? And below are some of the use cases. And lastly, we have got a services layer where we integrate all of this into a single solution. And this is what works for our customers, right? But in all of this, one thing that we are not trying to do is create closed gardens, right? We don't want our customers to be kind of just stuck to an ecosystem which doesn't allow innovation, which doesn't allow partnerships. And this is the reason why we have kept our software development kit quite open, where we partner with Qualcomm Spaces, which is built on the OpenXR platform. And all the applications that you see today are built on the Spaces program. And what this enables, this enables cross-platform working of these applications, where if you build an application today, it not only works on the Lenovo headset, but potentially any headset tomorrow that comes out in the market, right? And I think this is one of the core reasons why the customers trust us and why we are so successful in the enterprise space, right? We are really trying to create that open ecosystem. We have a very sharp enterprise and business focus, world-class end-to-end capability because of our other businesses, and the developer freedom we give to our application partners, right? And on that note, I would like to invite our friends from Qualcomm, who we partner very closely with, to kind of have this development program. So please welcome Kai Ping from the Qualcomm team. Thank you, Kai Ping.
Thank you. Thank you, Martand. It's a great honor, and I feel super excited to be able to partner with Lenovo in this event. I'm Kai Ping from Qualcomm, and we are really thrilled to extend this XR ecosystem together with a lot of our partners here. And you may have heard about Snapdragon and Qualcomm in a lot of our mobile technologies. We proud ourselves as one of the frontier and pioneer in a lot of 5G technologies, in IoT, automotive, and XR as well. So today I'm going to share with you a little bit of the technology behind a lot of amazing partners that we have, like Lenovo, that create great products, and we are standing behind them to provide the technology so that we can move forward this XR ecosystem together. Firstly, you can see that we have so many devices that are already commercialized using our Snapdragon platform. More than 65 devices are already on the commercialized, and we are expecting a lot more coming up by end of this year with different form factor of AR/VR glasses. And Lenovo ThinkReality VRX and the A3s are two of the very great products that based on our Qualcomm XR platform. How do Qualcomm technologies advance and enable XR industry? What I can share, I can short in 4 different pillars. First of all will be our platform. In other words, it can be seen as a chipsets or the SoC that Qualcomm provide. We have 4 amazing chipsets platform here. The XR1, XR2, XR2 Plus, and the new AR2 Gen 1. All these are dedicated SoC that designed just for XR applications. They are power saving. They have amazing capability that can allow a lot of video rendering, processing, sensors, and these are make use of a lot of good IPs that we have learned and accumulated over the years on the smartphones and now dedicated to the XR glasses. And we have more than 15 years of experience on that. We have started our R&D on the XR since 2007. So we have a great experience in our platform. Secondly, now Qualcomm also want to offer all the software and the algorithm to the developer communities. So in our platform, we will be given the positioning tracking, object recognition and tracking, local anchors, image recognitions, hand trackings, scene understanding. All these capabilities are built into our platform directly. And for those OEMs or hardware developer, we will provide them different reference designs on the AR glasses, VR glasses, so they can actually take this reference design and go to the market quickly. And number 4 is on the ecosystem enabler. And this is what we think one of the key things that Qualcomm will enable to unlock the capability and the possibility in this XR industry. As just now Martand already shared, the Lenovo ThinkReality is actually support these Snapdragon spaces. I will share a little bit more why is it so great. Snapdragon Spaces is an XR platform that enabling all the developers to create immersive experience. Why we say that? Because it really opened up a lot of capability, and this is an open SDK that you can already download from our website for free. The Snapdragon Spaces are based on OpenXR that actually help a lot of developers able to develop their app on an open ecosystem. And in other words, you can actually port over your firmware and your apps across different hardware. That helps a lot of customers to accelerate their development and also not stuck into a certain particular model or hardware or the SDK. Qualcomm conventionally support individual customers with individual SDK and in return, they will actually support their end customer. We think that this ecosystem is not sustainable. This is why we come out with the Qualcomm Spaces that support OpenXR, and now you can port over this across different platforms. On top of that, Snapdragon Spaces also support a lot of popular game engine like Epic Games and Unity. I think that will be something very, very useful for all the developers. We started Snapdragon Spaces to support AR glass only, and the good news right now is that it supports both VR and MR. And you can see in the picture here, Lenovo do have the products that can support both of these platforms, the A3 that can on the AR, and also VR and MR on the VRX. With this, we believe that Snapdragon Spaces will be a unified platform that can enable a lot of different kind of applications with a lot of capability of hand trackings, and all these are built straight into a Snapdragon Spaces. With this, I want to show you some of the amazing applications that are already developed and used by a lot of our partners around the world. Okay, I hope that it will inspire you a little bit.
It's Duran Duran's music in a different universe.
This is phenomenal.
Using the smartphone as a controller is incredible.
This time, as you all know, it's about XR and the Metaverse.
So many jellyfish. Oh, well, hello.
Okay, I hope that you get some inspiration what Snapdragon Spaces are able to do. All the videos shown are the actual use cases that are already out there. It can be on the music, it can be the game, it can be used for enterprise usages. So I would like to invite all of you to explore more about the Snapdragon Spaces. And we already have the developer kit available, as what Martand has shared from Lenovo, that these hardware kits are available. And on the Spaces portion, you can actually go to our portal, spaces.qualcomm.com. You can register and actually get a copy of it and try it out. And after you have the SDK, you can actually couple it with the hardware development kit, the A3 or the VRX, and you can explore all the potential of the Snapdragon Spaces. Thank you for the time, and this ends my sharing for today. Thank you very much.